How many of you have ever dreamed of giving a speech in front of thousands of people in the United Nations? As the biggest international organization, United Nations is a dream place for many people to work in. Today, I'm going to introduce the United Nations so you can understand this diverse and respectable organization better. After the World War II, people began to realize it's important to keep the world peaceful. At that time, the concept of United Nations was first put forward. After UN was established, it helped a lot in improving world peace and human rights. Now, most people can sit in their home safely without worrying about their houses will be bombed out, or in the United States, people have more equal rights than before. United Nations have great contributions to that. In the following few minutes, I will introduce UN's image and its main functions with its two most famous principal organs, Secretariat and Security Council. And I will tell you about how UN helps maintain peace in turbulent countries. Now, let's begin with what we are most familiar with, the Secretariat. The Secretariat is led by the Secretary General. This organ not only provides researches, information, and facilities to other departments, it also shows UN's image of keeping peace and equity. Before the present Secretary General Ban Ki-moon was appointed, Kofi Annan did very well in this position. He facilitated world peace and human rights very much. His contributions on controlling the HIV and terrorism were recognized by the committee. According to the Nobel Committee official site access on June 9, 2015, Annan was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2001. Secretariat's jobs are about general issues in United Nations. For security problems, it is Security Council's duties to solve them. Security Council has the real power to make binding decisions that member states agree to carry out. This is different from Secretariat or other organs because they can only make recommendations to United Nations. Security Council has 50 member states, including 5 permanent members and 10 non-permanent members. China, the United States, the United Kingdom, France, and Russia are permanent members. These 5 countries have veto power on Security Council's decisions. However, not all veto decisions are about military. According to Foreign Policy, last updated on July 2, 2014, a Russian delegate vetoed a motion that the House of Cards planned to film in the conference room of Security Council because the delegates consider Security Council chamber is a place for serious use instead of filming. United Nations concerns about the present situations of the world, especially in chaotic areas. In 2011, South Sudan became a new country in the world after several years of chaos. The Security Council agreed that the situation in South Sudan is still a threat to international peace and security. So the United Nations built up the United Nations missions in the Republic of South Sudan, AMIS, to maintain peace and security and help them establish a safe condition. Crisis happened in South Sudan in December 2013. According to United Nations official site, last updated on July 8, 2011, the Security Council will enforce AMIS in order to protect civilians and monitor human rights. As you can see, the United Nations is very important in the world. No matter a country is wealthy or poor or still in poor condition, the United Nations help them a lot. A peaceful and equal world needs the United Nations. To conclude, I have introduced UN's functions with its two most famous principal organs, Secretariat and Security Council. With the introduction about the organs and UN's present actions they took towards chaos, you can learn something about United Nations functions and goals of maintaining world peace and development. Everyone is responsible for the world, and the United Nations really unites the people with abilities to perform such duties. If you are confident enough to give the world hopes, just try it. One day, you can work in the UN and devote to world peace and human rights.